the National Science and Maths Quiz, brought to you by Isway Loans, Kingdom Books, and Newmont Ghana.
Welcome to the 2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. This is the 7th 1A stage contest, and it features Kumsai High School, St. Louis Senior High School, and Armed Forces Senior High Technical School. Contestants, the contest comes to you as usual in 5 rounds. This first round is a round for fundamental concepts. I'm going to start with you, St. Louis, but before I come to you, there's a preamble to all schools. And this first set of questions, you need about 10 seconds of time, or even less. All right. So the preamble to all schools. When I get to your school, I will mention an organism. State the number of chambers possessed by the hearts of what I tell you. Did you get the preamble? All right. So now, St. Louis, crocodile. Pearl.
3 chambers.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Yes, Edward.
4 chambers.
Yes, it's 4. With the same preamble, bony fish. Yes, Edward?
2 chambers.
Yes. Armed Forces, with the same preamble, birds. Yes, Melvin?
4 chambers.
You're right. Hey, it's not available. Next set, also 10 seconds. Name the main operation at an oil or petroleum refinery.
Reforming.
Yes, Sylvia?
Reforming and cracking.
I'm not accepting that for a bonus. Which of you, please raise your hand? Edward?
Fractional distillation.
That's right. Your major question. What other chemical process can be undertaken at the refinery to increase the yield of petrol? Sogpoli.
Okay, Madam, by the addition of catalysts and anti-knocking agents.
No, I'm not accepting that. For a bonus. Catalytic cracking. Armed Forces. Gasoline or petrol is rated by a certain scale. What is the name of this scale? Yes, go ahead, Pearl.
Octane rating.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. The line with equation x plus 3y is equal to 6 cuts the x-axis at A and the y-axis at B. Find the equation of... Please, did you get the preamble? No response means yes, so I continue. St. Louis. The median from the origin O to the segment AB. Yes, Sylvia?
Y minus 3x equals 2.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is y is equal to x over 3. With the same preamble, Kumsai High, the median from A to OB. Yes, Edward?
The equation is y is equal to negative x plus 8.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is y is equal to negative x over 6 plus 1. Armed Forces. The median from B to OA. Yes, Melvin?
The equation is y is equal to negative x over 3 plus 6.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is y is equal to negative 2x over 3 plus 2. At the end of the first round, Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 8 points. St. Louis Senior High School has 14 points. Kumsai High School has 16 points. We have a long way to go, 4 more rounds. Let me encourage everyone to work even harder. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you need to ring for it. For this first set of questions, each of them will require about 30 seconds of your time. First one. An electric motor exerts a constant torque of 8.0 Newton meter on a stationary wheel whose moment of inertia about its rotation axis is 4.0 kilogram meter squared. Wow, go ahead. Sokoli.
2 radians per squared
That's
second.
incorrect. I continue reading. 4.0 kilogram meter squared. Find the angular displacement of the wheel after 5.0 seconds. Which of you? Yes, Melvin?
10 meters.
Oh dear, no. The right answer is 25 radians. Next one. The intensity of sound from a siren, which generates sound in all directions, is 2.5 times 10 raised to the power negative 3 watt per meter squared at a distance of 0.20 meters from the siren. Find the sound intensity at a distance of 0.50 meters from the siren. Yes, which of you? Raise your hand for me, please. Sokpoli.
We have 4.0 times 10 to the power negative 4 watts per meter squared.
You are right. Next one. The ratio of collector current to emitter current for a PNP bipolar junction transistor is 0.9. What is the ratio of collector current to base current for the transistor? Which of you? Yes, Sylvia.
9.
You're right. Next set, 10 seconds each. What is apical dominance? Yes.
Apical dominance refers to a situation or phenomenon where the terminal bud of a plant produces hormones, such as auxins, to prevent the growth of the lateral part of the plant.
Yes. Next one. What is produced during transcription? Yes, Pearl?
mRNA.
Okay, next one. An individual heterozygous for a trait and an individual homozygous recessive for the trait are crossed to produce offspring. How many different phenotypes? Yes, Pearl?
2 different phenotypes.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds each. A man saves 10 Ghana cedis on the first day, 15 Ghana cedis on the second day, 20 Ghana cedis on the third day, and so on. How much does he save in 20 days? Which of you? Yes, Edward?
390.
That's incorrect. Yes, Pearl?
1,150 cedis.
Yes. Next one. Solve for x given square root of the expression 2 minus x minus 4 is equal to 6. Which of you? Anan?
Negative 98.
You're right. Find the values of k such that the product of the roots of the equation x squared minus 2x plus the expression k squared minus 6k is equal to 0 is 16. Yes, which of you, Melvin?
Plus or minus 4.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Go ahead, Pearl.
K is 8 or 2.
That's
or negative.
Yes, Sopoli.
8, k is negative 8 or negative 2.
Yes. Last set. First question, 30 seconds. Sodium metal reacts with chlorine according to the equation 2Na plus Cl2 going to 2NaCl. Calculate the mass of NaCl to be formed from a reaction of 23.0 grams of Na and 5.6 decimeter cubed of Cl2 at STP. Atomic mass for sodium is 23.0, that for chlorine is 35.5, and molar volume of a gas at STP is 22.4 decimeter cubed. Please give your answer to 2 places of decimal. Which of you? Pearl. Go ahead.
29.25 grams.
You are right. At the end of the second round, Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 8 points. Kumsai High School has 20 points. St. Louis Senior High School has 27 points. Round 3. Problem of the day. Traditionally, welders use ethane or acetylene as source of heat for welding steel and other metals. One may ask, why not ethane? Use the given enthalpies of formation, all in kilojoule per mole, to justify the choice of welders. Please explain your answer. So now, the enthalpies of formation are ethane, that is C2H6, negative 84.8. Ethane, C2H2, positive 227.6. CO2, negative 394.0. And H2O, negative 286.0. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. The contestants have presented their answers. Armed forces, you started well. Your balanced equation is correct, 1 point. Then you did the calculation. Your process is fine. Your process is fine. So you get 1 point for process. But your final answer, there's something wrong there because instead of negative 1,561.2, you have negative 1,569. I don't know where the 9 came from. And so you don't get the point for the final answer. All right. Then your second equation for ethine, that balanced equation is right, 1 more point. And then you have a wrong substitution for the calculation of the combustion. Your delta H of combustion is not correct. There's something wrong about that. And then there's no final answer. And so I can't give you anything else. And then your explanation didn't go anywhere. It was just hanging in there. So you have a total of 3 out of 10. St. Louis, balanced equations, both fine. So 1 point each. Then for ethine, your calculation, delta H of combustion, that is right. The process is right. But the answer is wrong. I know what happened. You started out using the right value, 227.6, and then it became 226.7. You changed the numbers around. And so your final answer is not right. So you got the process point, but not the final answer point. The second one, you started doing something, but you didn't get very far. So I can't give you anything. All right. So that leaves you also with 3 out of 10. Kumsai High School, balanced equation problems. You couldn't balance the equations. The equations are fine, but you couldn't balance them properly. So I can't give you any marks for the balanced equations. Luckily for you, the oxygen was not playing much of an important role in the calculation of your delta H, so you got away with it. You were able to calculate for delta H of combustion for ethane correctly, 2 points, and then for ethine also correctly, 2 points. It's a matter of luck. Anyway, and then that's about the end of it. I don't see much of an explanation forthcoming. And so that gave you 4 out of 10. Round 4. I'm starting with you, Kumsai High School. Your statement. Since the first ionization energy of boron is lower than that of beryllium, boron is less electronegative than beryllium. Yes, Edward?
False.
You're right. Armed forces. Electronegativity of noble gases decreases from helium to radon. Annan?
False.
Yes. If the electronegativity of phosphorus is 2.1, a value of 3.0 for nitrogen is in the right order. Pearl? Go ahead.
True.
Yes. Was it very tough? It was tough, huh? All right, next set. The phenotype controls the genotype. Yes, Edward?
False.
Yes. Dominant alleles are more common than recessive alleles. Annan?
False.
Yes. A dominant trait is always better for health. Pearl?
True.
No. That's a false statement. A trapezium has an axis of symmetry. Yes, Edward?
False.
Yes. A rectangle has 4 axes of symmetry. Yes, Anand?
False.
Yes. A square has 4 axes of symmetry. Pearl?
True.
Yes. In the Schrödinger theory of the hydrogen atom, the electron can occupy states in which its orbital angular momentum is 0. Yes, Edward?
False.
Oh, no, that's a true statement. In the Schrödinger theory of the hydrogen atom, the magnitude of the orbital angular momentum of the electron is nh bar, when the electron occupies a state with principal quantum number n. Anand?
True.
No, that's a false statement. In the Schrödinger theory of the hydrogen atom, the magnitude of the orbital angular momentum of the electron can have n distinct values when the electron occupies a state with principal quantum number n. Pearl?
True.
Yes. Doubling the volume of an ideal gas at constant temperature decreases the pressure by half. Edward?
True.
Yes. Doubling the temperature in degrees Celsius of an ideal gas at constant pressure doubles the volume. Yes, Anand?
True.
No. The temperature has to be in Kelvin. This was in Celsius. All right, St. Louis. At constant pressure and temperature, the volume of a gas will be halved if molar quantity is halved. Pearl? Go ahead.
True.
Yes. At the end of the 4th round, Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 18 points. Kumsai High School has 37 points. St. Louis Senior High School has 37 points. This contest will be decided in this 5th and final round. Round 5. I am a named law in physics. I follow from Faraday's law of induction, and I am a consequence. Which of you, Anand?
Lenz's law.
No. I continue. And I am a consequence of energy conservation. I am encountered in the study of electric circuits. I specify the sum of voltages around. Yes, Pearl?
Kirchhoff's second law.
Yes. Also known as Kirchhoff's voltage law. So it's the second law. I read all the clues. 3 points. Next one. I am a thin layer of tissue. I am actually an extension of the brain. I am formed embryonically from neural tissue and connected to the brain proper by the optic nerve. I am a complex transparent tissue consistent. Yes, Edward.
The retina.
You are right. So let me continue with the clues. I'm a complex transparent tissue consisting of several layers. Only one of my layers contains light-sensitive photoreceptor cells. My function is to convert light into neural signals and send these signals onto the brain for visual recognition. And of course, this is the retina. Isn't it amazing that it's actually an extension of the brain? They solved the riddle on the 4th clue, 3 points. Next one. Without me, there cannot be certain types of equilibrium. I am more meaningful with chemical equilibria. It is surprising that I get to my final destination because I travel forwards and backwards. Which of you? Yes, Melvin.
Reversible reaction.
You are right. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 21 points. Kumsai High School has 40 points. St. Louis Senior High School has 43 points.
The National Science and Maths Quiz brought to you by Isway Loans, Kingdom Books, and Newmont Ghana.